what's up? Today I'm going to be giving a film review for John Wick Chapter 2. Now this is a follow-up to the 2014 film called John Wick. Now this film stars Keanu Reeves as the hitman known as John Wick, and he also played John Wick in the original John Wick 2 as well. Now, I didn't get to see the first John Wick, but I was hearing about like the reception and stuff that it was getting at the time. Like how a lot of people were saying it was a good action film, and I know it even did kind of good at the box office too. So I still haven't seen the first one. That's why I was kind of hesitant to go see the sequel, because I hadn't seen the first one. But I went ahead and gave this a shot, and I surprisingly I enjoyed it. It kind of drags at time, but I did I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun and cool. So this will be my review for John Wick Chapter 2. Which now I'm definitely looking forward to watching the first one now after enjoying this sequel. Now the film, this is directed by Chad. I'm not sure how you say his last name. I think it's Starsky. I think that's how you say it. He also directed the first one. Now it has Keanu Reeves returning to the role of John Wick, but then you have Lawrence Fishburne who shows up this time, which I thought was kind of interesting because they both were in the Matrix trilogy. So I thought that was kind of odd and interesting. Here we have Neo and Morpheus again. So I thought that was kind of interesting but odd. Then you have Common. He shows up in the film. You also have John Leguizamo who returns too as well, and he was also in the first one from what I'm seeing in the credits. But you also have Ruby Rose in this film too as well, and it appears that she's kind of hot now. She was also in Resident Evil, the final chapter, and she was also in Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. So I thought it was kind of cool that we see her again in this film. She seems to be kind of hot. Well, this film, it opens with John Wick. He is trying to find his lost car that was supposedly stolen from him. And I don't know if this happened in the first one or not, but I know he's trying to retrieve his car that was stolen from him. So you have this slam banging action sequence where he's after his car. He actually gets his car, then he has a scene where he's in his car, he's crashing into other vehicles and so on, and then you have action going on around. It's a cool opening sequence, the action in it is awesome, because at first there's not really any shooting anything. He's just fighting with his hands, or he or fighting with the cars, basically crashing into stuff and so on, But then it goes to a gun battle, and you see shots and everything like that. But it's a fun opening action sequence for this film, The antagonist of the film is known as he's an Italian crime lord known as Santino Di Antonio. I think that's how you pronounce his name, and he's played by Riccardo Scamarcio. But now this antagonist, he actually wants John Wick to actually perform a hit for him. He wants John Wick to actually go and kill his sister, which I thought was kind of odd, So John Wick does accept to do this, take out his sister. But then after he does this, there's a bounty placed on his head, a $7 million bounty placed on John Wick's head, So now you have all these other hitmen or hit women, trying to pursue John Wick, and kill him to get the $7 million. So that's basically what the film is about, Once he actually commits this hit, because when the guy first comes and visit him, the antagonist, because he is the antagonist of the film, Santino, when he comes and visits John Wick, he actually blows up and destroys John Wick's house, So I thought that was kind of funny and humorous, Because then John Wick still will actually accept this offer to make this hit on this guy's sister, So that seemed kind of odd, So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, after all that, a bounty gets placed on John Wick's head, that's what the film is about. He is trying to escape from all these people trying to kill him, You have a mixture of man and woman, And at the same time, not only that, what else was going on? That's really the bulk of the plot, But then you had at the same time he was trying to retire too from being a hitman, John Wick, but then he's pulled back into this thing, But I'm not gonna touch on all that. But in that, the film, it kind of drags in the between, in the midpoint, it kind of drags, But other than that, for a straight up action film, it's fun and entertaining, 'Cause I thought the action scenes, they felt very close to a video game, whenever he's shooting and killing up the villains or bad guys, it's so over the top, that it's almost like a video game, which is cool and awesome, And another thing too, I thought was kind of cool. It feels like an arcade type film, almost like an arcade type shooter, where he just going around just killing everybody, it's so over the top, but it's fun, You actually have to suspend like your belief in it, and just accept like what's going on in this world, which is kind of cool, and that's the only way you would enjoy it, if you like just suspend like your belief, and just accept like the over the top, of the action, you would enjoy it a lot, Now you also have like Common, and he's like he was actually like the bodyguard of the sister that John Wick had to take out. He's actually playing like a major role in the film too as well. Him and John Wick actually get into like conflicts where they actually have to fight each other and stuff. Cause they have like a bunch of like conflicts. I think about 3 major ones, which I thought was fun, And then they're never really resolved, but I don't want to spoil it. But then I thought this is entertaining, far as like an action film go, I thought this was entertaining. Now I didn't get to see the first one like I mentioned earlier, so but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it now, And I also thought that the chemistry between John Wick and Lawrence Fishburne character, I thought that was kind of it was cool, but it seemed kind of odd, Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, his performance was known as his role was known as the Bowery King, and he's an underground crime lord, and you actually can see it too, the way he looked in the film, But I thought their chemistry was kind of odd, because here we have like Neo and Morpheus again, So I thought that was kind of odd, But it was okay, But another thing, like Ruby Rose, her performance, I thought she was kind of cool, but she didn't get to say anything. She's like a mute. So she can't say anything. She just uses like sign languages and stuff like that. And she also has like confrontations with John Wick too as well throughout the film. Now John Leguizamo, when his performance showed up, he didn't really do anything. He just showed up to actually like fix John Wick's car in the film, which was like destroyed from the opening action sequence, But he didn't really get to do anything. Like it's almost like a cameo appearance. So I don't know if his role was much larger than the original one. I'm not too sure, But then I thought John Wick Chapter 2 I would give this a B minus. I would recommend it for like fans of these kind of action films, or if you're a fan of Keanu Reeves, as well, 'cause I like Keanu Reeves movies too, But if you're just a fan of these kind of action like films, like over the top, I would recommend it for this crowd. And it's also like a lot of humor in it too. It's like funny and stuff, and everything. So I recommend it for that crowd. But then I'm giving John Wick Chapter 2. I'm giving this a B minus, and this will be my review. All right.